guys, in today's game we've got the Space Marines of the Scythes of the Emperor going up against the filth, rust encrusted Scythes of the Death Guard. What's up guys? Channel's still not been named yet, so when I do the name will appear here. I'm Rich, this is Andy, welcome back. Got another 40k game, 1,000 points today. Andy, who have you brought, mate?
I bought my Scythes of the Emperor, despite my Wolf t-shirt and my Space Wolf dice.
And I'm going to be using my Death Guard, my nurgle Space Marines. So, yeah, hopefully we've got plenty of units, plenty of small units, so there should be lots of action. And our game won't be over as quickly as the last game that we played with the Custodies, if you've seen that one. So let's go into our list and show off what we've brought. Oh, it's the smelly boys. This is my 1,000 points of Death Guard, Chaos Space Marines. So, I'll go over the army's special rules, then the detachment rules, and then I'll go over the units that are in the army. So, the army rule is essentially that the Death Guard have an aura around them that spreads out as the game goes on. Starts out as a 3-inch aura from every Death Guard model, then goes to 6 inches, and in turn 3 goes to 9 inches. Any enemy models touched by that aura will get -1 toughness, and then I get to pick one of 3 different debuffs to put onto your enemy. For this game against Andy and his Space Marines, I've picked to go for the armour rot. So it's going to be his armour save is worsened by 1 when he's within the contagion aura of the Death Guard. So that'll help a lot of my weapons punch through the Space Marines' power armour. The other rule that the Death Guard have for the detachment to spread the sickness is that they get sticky objectives, so that when they go on an objective they can leave it and it's still theirs. But also in the detachment, that objective also counts as having the aura that the Death Guard then have. So if Andy's Space Marines go near those objectives, they'll also have their armour rot away and the toughness reduced. And these infected objectives can boost some of the stratagems for the detachment to make things do more damage, have more armour piercing values, etc. They'll come up in the game if I use them. That's the army rule and the detachment rule. Now I'll go over the units that are in there and the allies I've brought. So my Warlord is Lord Typhus. So that's him there in the centre, surrounded with flies. He, for some reason, is now only 80 points. I don't know why. I don't know what they're smoking it over at GWHQ, because he's absolutely amazing, and he was before they dropped his points. So he's 80 points. He's a tank in combat. He causes loads of damage with his Man Reaper. He also has a really, really powerful psychic power, where he basically sends a load of flies out after you. Then you just pick a unit within 18 inches and you cause a load of mortal wounds. And if you cause any damage to someone with his psychic power, that can actually add new reinforcements to his Poxwalker unit, which is who he's with. He's with 20 Poxwalkers. So the zombies, essentially, they'll feel no pain, and when they kill stuff in combat, if it's infantry, they add new models back to the unit. As brains. You join the unit. They also, the unit, because while they're led by Typhus, are -1 to hit in combat, because you can't see them because of all the flies. So that's a bargain. That's 180 points for him and 20 bodies, bit of 20 ablative wounds to get through. It's like an auto-include to take in any list. It's great. Next character we've got a Foul Blight Spawn. It's this fella here with a big tank on his back full of, well, it looks like Gatorade, to be honest with you. But what he does is, first of all, that plague spray causes loads of damage, but because he stinks real bad, like worse than most Death Guard, he puts always strike last in combat on whoever he's fighting, enemy-wise. And he is leading 5 Plague Marines. You've got a heavy plague weapon, 2 heavy plague weapons, 1 on the champion. There's a plasma gun on the champion, and then there's a plague spewer on this Plague Marine here. So they are going to ride around in a Rhino. So this can be my little flamer bus. So because the Rhino has a firing deck of 2, means it can fire 2 of the weapons of the squad inside, so I could choose to have the Plague Spewer and the, whatever his gun is called, the Gatorade launcher. They can fire out of the top hatch, so the Rhino could drive around with 2 deadly flamers sticking out the top of it. While we're here, I've got some demonic allies, pretty much mandatory in any Chaos Space Marine or nurgle list is free nurgling bases, because they're just amazing for doing secondaries and things like that. They can infiltrate and they can deep strike, so they're just super useful, and they're just cute and annoying. I like to imagine that they're kind of like gremlins, just laughing their heads off as they just cause carnage. We'll go to the next units. Got another unit of 5 Plague Marines. You've got a champion with a heavy plague weapon and a plasma gun. There's a... What are you? You're a Plague Marine. And he's got a blight launcher. It's like a grenade launcher, but it's, what does it do? Fires a canister full of bees or something. And then another plasma gun, and then 2 Plague Marines with bolt guns. We've got 1 more squad of Plague Marines. Again, we've got a champion with a heavy plague weapon. He doesn't have a plasma gun because I haven't stuck it on him yet. And his squad's got 2 melter guns. Plague Marine special rule, by the way, is rubbish. They just get to re-roll leadership while they're on an infected objective, which is just absolutely naff. But they have good weapon options, that's why you take them. Then we've got some vehicles. We've got a Blight Hauler. It's got a Tank Hunter as its special rule, so it can get +1 to wound against vehicles, and he's got a few, so hopefully this cheeky little fella comes in handy. He's quite good in combat actually as well, with his acid spit and his maw. And then at the back, last vehicle in the list is a bloat drone, armed with 2 plague spewers, so I can just fly around and incinerate people with his flamethrowers. Quite tough vehicles as well in the Death Guard, quite quick as well, considering everyone else is so slow. So that's the list. Hopefully it does well. Hopefully the -1 armour comes in handy against Andy's Space Marines. But now I'll go over and show off Andy's Scythes of the Emperor. Right then, so this is Andy's 1,000 points of Space Marines. These are the Scythes of the Emperor. Andy, what are we looking at, mate? What's your army rule?
I'm using the Oath at the moment.
Yes.
Which gives me... I'm going to put my marker on 1 unit in my command phase, gives me rerolls to hit.
Have your whole army yet?
Yep. Everybody's shooting at that unit.
Cool.
Then I've chosen to use a Flamestorm detachment.
Sweet.
Gives all my weapons assault and +1 strength within 12.
Alright, yep. Yep, so that's really handy.
Yes, and my Predator is going to be really fast.
Yes.
So, may as well start nearest to me with my Outriders.
Alright, yep.
So, they have turbo boost. They're going to get a 6-inch whenever they advance. Then, because I've got assault weapons and do actions, I'll shoot after that.
Cool.
Then the Redemptor, he gets -1 damage.
Yep.
He's receiving hits.
Yep.
He's just got his assault cannon, or his onslaught cannon, his heavy flame and his flagstones, because I couldn't find a missile pod to stick on his back.
It's okay, we'll still use it, it's alright.
Yeah. Then with 2 units of intercessors, there's the first one, they don't have any grenade launchers.
Okay, yep.
The second unit over here does have a grenade launcher, because they're built from the multi-part rather than the Indomitus kit.
Cool.
Then with my Eradicators in the back with their melter guns, melter rifles.
Yeah, so what's their special rule?
They get rerolls to hit against monsters and vehicles for hits, wounds and damages.
They reroll everything?
Yeah, against monsters and vehicles.
Wow.
Well, now they've got assault weapons, it makes it even worse.
Yes, for me you mean?
Yeah. Then we've got my Predator at the back.
Yep.
It's an Annihilator with his 2 large cannons, a twin large cannon and a Stormbolt on top.
Yep.
The Annihilator is reroll damage rolls of 1 when shooting at vehicles or monsters.
Okay, right, yeah, so it's not looking good for my vehicle so far.
Yeah. Then we've got Lieutenant. There's Neo Volkite, Shield, and Massive Crafted Power Weapon, leading a unit of 5 assault intercessors.
Yep.
No upgrades on them because I haven't built the sergeant yet.
Is there any enhancements on him?
No, he doesn't have any enhancement. He just gives lethal hits.
To the unit, yeah.
Yeah, and the unit gets rerolls 1s to wound, or reroll all to wounds against if you're in range of the objective.
Yep.
And he also lets them fall back in charge.
Yes, so he's super handy for them.
Yeah. Then finally I've got my Warlord, which is my captain, with his Relic Blade, his Relic Shield, and his Massive Crafted Power Weapon.
Yeah.
He does have an enhancement. He's got Champion of Humanity, which means you can't modify the stats of him or his unit, except for saving throws. He's leading 3 blade guard who have their special ability where they can reroll 1s to save or 1s to hit.
Oh, so I can't actually alter his armour save with my aura? Because...
No, it's except for armour saves.
But my thing says the statistic, so I think you should be okay. We'll check it though.
Yeah.
He might actually be resistant against the rot of the Death Guard with his enhancement, which is kind of cool, if that's actually true.
Yeah, then obviously he's got his Champion of Humanity.
Yeah.
So he can get an extra 3 attacks and devastating wounds.
His finest hour, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And he's leading 3 blade guard.
Yeah, and obviously because he's a captain he gets his 3 battle tactics strat once per turn.
Yeah.
Or once per round.
Awesome. Army looks great actually. I really like the size of the Emperor colour scheme. I'll have to get my Tyranids painted up so you can get some revenge for all your chapter bayonet.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got deployment, mission, and then mission rule. The deployment is Crucible of Battle, so we're sort of deploying along the shortboard edges instead for this battle. Then we've got priority targets, which is one of the more simple primary missions. You can score 10 points per turn for your objectives, 5 points for one, 5 points for another. But the special rule this mission has is that you score an extra 5 per objective up to 15 at the very end of the battle, so you score a lot more points at the end of this game. And then our mission rule is Vox static. It costs you 2 CP to do a reroll instead of 1 in this mission, so you'll be seeing a lot less of command point reroll in this game, so it'll force us to use our fancy stratagems instead, which is good in my opinion. Now we'll go over the battlefield and terrain, things like that. So we've got a deployment zone marked out here with a green dice, objective marker there. Terrain wise we've got a pipeline with a generator. If you're within 3 inches of that you get cover. We've got ruins. If you're inside them you get cover. If you're behind them and you're not seen, you can't be seen. Craters, if you're in them you get cover. More ruins. Try to make it look like this edge of the battlefield is the edge of a ruined city, and then it's like mechanic and stuff on the other side. We've got 3 objectives in no man's land. You come around here, we've got the last objective is on top of this armoured container, so it must be inside of the container. Okay, so the armies are now deployed. Death Guard in this side of the battlefield. I'll go over what I've done and why. So we've got a big wall of zombies and typhus in the centre. They're just going to leg it across no man's land and see how they get on. The drone though, I'm quite conscious of a few secondaries, so I've deployed the drone right at the very edge of my deployment zone, because if I draw the secondary for engaging all fronts, he can just hop to this side of the battlefield, get this quarter. Then because of the deployment zone that we've got, I'll easily get this quarter because they're already in it. So all I have to do is get in one more to score some points. We've got my hauler who's just hid behind the ruin because he doesn't want to get predated to death. We've got this squad in this ruin with the melter guns, and we've got the two flamers in the rhino, like I said. The rest of the squad is there, and we've got the 3 nurgling bases are in strategic reserve because they're going to turn up later for hopefully to score me some secondaries in here. Now Andy will go over his deployment, so what we've got going on.
So we've got unit intercessors on the far side near you, so
yep.
they hopefully come and grab that objective.
Yeah.
Or into the corner if they need to. Eradicators probably go down one side of the ruin, and they're playing down the other to keep your drone out of the way.
Yeah, by the way guys, we're counting this furnace with the power generator next to it as a ruin. So you're blocking line of sight.
Yeah, and send out the outriders because they're fast enough to get to any of these objectives.
Yes.
I've got another unit of intercessors on my home objective. They're spray painting it up. Yeah, I've got the weight of my assault units on this side. So I've got my dreadnought. We'll be able to mince those zombies or anything else wants to stick right out. Blade guard behind them, ready to go through the ruin. And this unit, they'll be able to get engaged on all fronts and hopefully get to this objective because they're.
Andy, do you want to go first or second?
Honestly, I don't mind. I'd rather you stick your head out first, I'll be honest with you.
I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't mind going second here as well. I don't mind going second, so.
You are going second?
I am going second. Right, Andy's turn 1. Okay, so Space Marines turn 1. He's generated 1 command point, and secondaries he's brought Bring It Down, which is to kill monsters or vehicles. And then Cleanse is where you cleanse the objectives that are in the no man's land. You have a unit that's eligible to shoot, and they can choose to cleanse the objective instead of shooting, or uncleanse it if you're Death Guard. This is one of the reasons why the detachment Andy's picked for his Space Marines, the Firestorm, is super handy, because that detachment gives all of your Marines guns assault, which means the Marines can move, then move an additional D6 and still be eligible to still fire, so they can like leg it right across the battlefield to get to objectives and cleanse them. So Andy, what's happening in your turn, mate?
Right, well, the assault intercessors only order one for the advance, so they're hiding out in the building.
Yes.
The human intercessors that was on my home objectives advance, so a couple of them get ready to zombies now.
Yep.
Dreadnought advanced, but isn't cleansing, because the Outriders are doing it, because they got an 18-inch move.
Okay, yes, they've run all the way around this ruin, yeah, cool.
Blade Guard are advanced, but not very far, so they're hiding behind the Dreadnought.
Yep.
The Predators advanced,
Yep.
and he's going to shoot. The unit of intercessors next to them are also advanced, and they're on the objective, so they're going to cleanse that.
Yeah, they're right next to their action guard when they use
The
their...
Eradicators are all the mighty ones, and they're going to hide behind that ruin.
So they're hiding behind the ruin, yeah. And your off of moment target you've picked...
The zombies. Yeah.
Right, start the shooting phase, Andy's Redemptor Dreadnought is going to open fire onto the zombies. Now I am going to play 1 CP, I've got 1 CP, I'm going to play that for Cloud of Flies.
-1 to hit.
-1 to hit them with shooting attacks.
Yeah. So I'll start with his twin Fragstone grenade launchers. So
Yep.
it's D6 plus 4 because it's over 20 bits. So
Yeah. There's 9 shots.
Yep. 6 and 8. So if you hit on 4s, we roll to hit.
Yeah.
So 1 missed,
Yeah.
and then wounded on. Took us 4, aren't you?
Yeah.
So wounded on 4s with re-rolls to wound because it's swimming. So 6 wounds, no AP, damage 1.
No AP, I'll take it on the ones that are in cover, so it'll be 6s. I'll save 1.
Then 12 shots with these.
And I made, was it 6 in total you did, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so you killed 2 because I made 1 armour save, then 3, feel no pain, so 2 zombies dead so far.
Yeah.
You'll notice that I've switched the trays around because I couldn't see Andy's dice very well in that black tray.
So 1 missed.
Wow, glad I played that stratagem. Freeze.
So that's 2 devastating wounds
Yes.
and another 4 wounds.
Okay. I'll take them guys on. I'll take them on the Poxwalkers in cover. So I saved 2, and then you did 2 devastating, didn't you?
Yeah, so 4 devastating.
So you killed 4 there, and then 2 from last time, so that's 6 dead in total so far from the Redemptor. Up to fire is 5 intercessors at the Poxwalkers.
Well, 2 intercessors, only put 2 in range.
Or only 2 then.
All hit.
Yep. Needing 4s to wound.
So 3 wounds.
Straight to feel no pain. Yes, 2 more zombies dead. Next up we've got the Predator tank. It's going to fire a Stormbolter into the zombies, and then its las cannons into the side flank of this Rhino.
Yeah, so start with the Stormbolter. So all hit.
Yep.
1 wound.
Take out and cover. Nope, feel no pain. Nope, so you kill another zombie.
Yep. And then the last cannons. So 2 single shots. Well, all single shots, but 1 gets re-rolls to wound.
Yep.
So 1 hit. Wounds.
Yes. So that would be -3. So -2 because of the cover. Straight through.
Damage D6 plus 1. So damage 4.
4 damage off the Rhino so far.
Yep. Then the twin linked on the roof. Hit you. Wound you.
Yep, need a 5 or a 6 to stop it. Nope, that gets through as well. You could kill it.
7.
7 plus 4 is 11. It's dead.
Does it explode?
Does it explode? It does explode, causing...
Excellent.
That's going to cause damage to the zombies and to the Blight Hauler. Oh dear. Okay, hell of a start for Andy there. He managed to score 9 points on his secondaries because he cleansed this objective, and his Predator scored Bring It Down on my Rhino, which blew up, took a wound off my Blight Hauler, killed another zombie. Fortunately, none of the crew inside passengers got injured as they jumped out, and they've jumped out the front because there's nothing left to shoot or charge, so I might as well use that extra bit of movement to get closer and do some flaming in my own turn. Okay, Death Guard turn 1. I've drawn Cleanse, which is the same one Andy got. Get to an objective. If you're eligible to shoot, choose not to shoot and cleanse the objective, or in Death Guard's case, uncleanse it. I'm not in as good a position as Andy is for doing that objective, with not having many assault weapons in my army. So to be honest with you, I'm thinking about just sacking that off and just getting a CP for it at the end of the turn. And no prisoners is, every time you kill a unit you score 2 secondary points, up to a maximum of 5 for the turn. So if I kill 3 units I'll get 5 points. I've got 1 CP, and I'll go over what I've done movement wise. My hauler is just edged out around here, so you can see the Redemptor, the bikes and the Predator, and Andy has chosen to overwatch at it with the Predator as it sticks its head out, so you'll hit it on 6s. We'll resolve that in a second once I've done the rest of it, showing off what I've done. This squad of Plague Marines with the Foul Blight spawn have come out of the ruin to flame some bikers. Typhus has moved forward, he's going to zap somebody with flies. The drone has leaped over the ruin to give someone a good flaming. That's it for this side of the battlefield. And then both units of Plague Marines on this side of the battlefield have both advanced, because they would only be causing chip damage with bolt gunfire or plasma fire. There's no point. I've measured it out. They're in a good position to do a counter charge if Andy goes for this objective. It's quite far for him to move and charge. My Death Guard squads would be a bit of a long bomb for him, so it's a bit risky. He'll end up in no man's land if it goes wrong. So that's my play over here. So there's nothing going on over there now. I'm just going to resolve. We're going to resolve Andy's Overwatch, and then it'll be over to my shooting phase. Andy, you got your dice ready, mate?
Yep. So 2 last guns on the side. Yep. Twin linked one on the top. Yep.
To start off my shooting phase, we'll start with Typhus, who's going to launch his flies over at the Outrider bikers. His psychic power, basically, if I roll a 1, I damage my own unit. If I roll a 2 to 5, it causes damage. If I roll a 6, it causes more damage. I cause D6 mortal wounds to those Outriders. 1. Great.
Go team.
Okay, next lot of shooting. This squad of Plague Marines led by the Foul Blight spawn are going to fire at the Outriders. So we've got a Plague Spewer. 1 hit. Oh no. Which didn't wound. Next up we've got the Foul Blight spawn with his flamer, 2 hits. That's 2 wounds, AP minus 2 damage too.
So it's going to drop them down to 5s.
Yep.
Oh!
Oh no. Next up we've got a rapid fire and plasma gun. It's not overcharging. Oh, this is not good. Oh well, good game, Andy. Bolt guns.
2 of them hit.
2 of them hit. No, God. Okay, things are going pretty terrible so far, so let's see. My Blight Hauler is going to change targets because I want to get no prisoners, so I'm going to target the Outriders. So 2 shots from its multi-melter. Both hit. Both wounded.
AP minus 4.
Minus 4.
I won't get a save.
You won't get a save? Okay, so the first Outrider takes 2 damage.
So he's still alive.
So the next one kills him.
The next one kills him straight.
So one of them dead now with the missile launcher. Hits him. Doesn't wound. The Plague Drone's having a dilemma. More people were supposed to be dead by this point. So he's going to choose to flame the Outriders as well. So 2d6 hits. It's 9 hits. It's going to be freeze to wound. That's 7 at minus 1.
7 4 pluses. Ooh. So he kills a guy and puts 1 wound on the sergeant.
Okay, so after that absolutely terrible shooting phase, we're left with the sergeant left in the Outriders. Just if I want to score any points, I'm going to have to kill him. Measured up the ranges. Everything's a 7, so it's nurgle, so it makes sense. I need to tie up that Predator in combat though. So what I'm going to have to do is see if, hopefully, the Plague Marines roll a 7-inch charging gain to him, duff him up, nick his bike. Then hopefully Typhus makes his 7-inch charge into the Predator, and then if any of them fail, the drone will have to charge the Predator to tie it up. So, wish the Plague Marines luck. They need a 7.
Nurgle 6.
Nope. Oh, they're in. They're all the 10. Right, now Typhus needs a 7 to get to that predator. He's rolled a 9. Oh, it's all going well. So the drone will also charge the predator. Oh, rolled an 11. It's in as well. So everyone made the charges, make up for my terrible shooting phase. So I'll move them all in now. Okay, so I've made all my charges. My drone is going to tank shock the predator. It's not many dice, but if I can get a couple of wounds off it, maybe his Typhus and the zombies will drag it down with its reduced armour now. So it's strength 6 for its plague probe, so it's going to give him a good probing in the rear. Looking for 5s and 6s to cause mortal wounds to the predator. Just the 1. We'll start combat with Typhus and his poxwalkers. Do Typhus first, then I'll pile in the zombies, of course, so they get to attack with all their attacks. We'll start with Typhus. He gets 5 attacks, hit on 2 with lethal hits. So that's 2 misses and 1 lethal hit. And then he's strength 9. The toughness of the predator is now 9 because of the contagions and nurgle. So he's done 2 wounds in total. That's going to be a 6+ armour save for your predator. So you make 1 fail once, you take 3 damage off Typhus. Now with the poxwalkers attacking the tank, they need to roll 5 and 6 to hit. That was 3 lethal hits and then 3 hits, which they don't do anything, so there's 3 4+ armour saves for your tank. They take another wound off it. 3 attacks from the drone onto the tank. It's not going to be able to kill it, it's only damage 1 with its probe. 2 lethal hits though. That's going to be -1 on its 4+ save, so 5s. Yeah, it's 2 more damage. What does that leave it on? 4 wounds left on the predator?
Yeah, so that brackets him.
We nearly got you. Next combat will be the Plague Marines led by the Foul Blight spawn into the Outrider Sergeant. Now, one thing I didn't mention when I was doing my army is I had 15 points left over, so, laugh if you want, but I give definitely pathogens to the Foul Blight spawn, so his close combat weapon has +1 attack and +1 strength. So the worst weapon in my army I've given enhancement to. So he's got 5 attacks at strength 5, so it'll be 3s to hit with. He doesn't even have lethal hits, that's how rubbish he is. So, it's typical. But you'll wound on 3s because he's strength 5 now because it's pathogens. That's 2 armour saves and 4+ for your sergeant. Yes, he wounds him with his close combat weapon. The 2 heavy plague weapons in the squad hitting on 4s, but lethal hits. Nope, it's 4 hits. So your toughness, yeah, that's 3 wounds with a 6+ save. Yeah, they kill him. Yep. So at the end of that combat, my Plague Marines consolidated onto the objective. I know they're obviously going to get redempted and blade guarded probably, but at least I've got more bodies on the objective for OC value. And then the Predator's going to attack back.
Yep, so 5 rerolls because you're the oath of moment target.
Yep. Yep. And that's the end of my turn, so I'll go into my score, then Andy's turn 2. Okay, at the end of my turn 1, I only scored 2 points for secondaries. I'm going to get rid of Cleanse. Get out of here. Gives me a CP for that, so I'll go up to 2 once Andy's turn starts. I did. No prisoners. I only killed 1 unit, so I get the 2 points for that. Put that one side, so I'll be drawing 2 fresh ones in my next turn. So it's over to Andy's turn 2. Okay, so Andy's turn 2. He's got 2 CP and he's drawn Secure No Man's Land and Capture Enemy Outpost. Capture Enemy Outpost is capture this objective here at the back next to my Blight Hauler, and then we've got Secure No Man's Land, which essentially means have 2 objectives in No Man's Land. Yeah. Andy already has one next to this furnace with his intercessors. He's got his eradicators and his tank all near it. Then it looks like he's making a play for the centre battlefield near this silo with a Redemptor and the Blade Guard and his captain. So my little plan to do my little cunning counter-attack has failed because in this mission you only have to have 2 objectives. So Andy's just chosen to leave that one alone and back off a bit. So these thinking they were clever, it backfired a little bit. So the last thing to do with Andy, so this is all of Andy's movement. He's pretty much advanced forward with everybody and if Predator fell back, I am going to overwatch with my Foul Blight Spawn and my Plague Spearworkers. If you notice, they've got the Oath of Moment on them. So they're soon to be dead, being redempted and blade guarded to death. So I might as well do something on the way out. So I'm going to overwatch Andy's captain and blade guard and hopefully at least kill a blade guard. That'll do me. So over to that and then it'll be Andy's shooting phase. Start the Overwatch with the Plague Spewer because damage 1. So we've got D6 hits. Anti-infantry 2+. So that's 1 wound. AP -1 for the focus save. Nope, off his shield. So now the Foul Blightspawn with his Spewer. That's 4 1s I've rolled for these torrent weapons. It didn't even wound. We're all going straight in the bin. Or that, or these dice are. These dice are rubbish. Bolt guns. Nothing. The plasma gun. What a waste of CP.
Welcome to my world.
Next up, we've got the Eradicators who are going to try and eradicate this plague drone. So I'm going to use my last CP because I've spent the first CP was spent really well doing nothing. So I'm going to use my last CP for Cloud of Flies on the drone to try and give it a chance of surviving.
So hitting them on 4s with rerolls because it's a vehicle or monster.
Yep. All missed. Oh!
1 hit.
Yes, it worked. It worked.
It's 10 because I'm within 12 inches.
Yep, that's correct.
So 1 down 3 with rerolls.
With rerolls.
Nope.
Welcome to my world! Next up we've got 5 intercessors up on this furnace, firing down over into the Poxwalkers and Typhus.
Yep, so the launcher is D3 blast, so it'll be +2. So 4 shots. 2 hits. Unless you've got an inherent -1.
No. In combat I do.
Yep. And it'll be strength 5 because you're within 12. So 1 wound.
Okay. Any AP?
Nope.
I think they only have a 7+ save anyway, so feel my pain. Yeah, you blast a zombie.
Then 5 bolt rifle. And these also will be strength 5, so it'll be 3 swings. So 6 wounds, AP -1. 7.
You blast another 3 zombies. Okay, next up is Andy's Redemptor. Is going to be splitting fire. It's doing its frag storms and its heavy flamer into the Plague Marines, and then its heavy onslaught and its missile pods are going into the Blight Hauler.
Yep. So let's start with frag storms.
Yep.
So 5, 6.
Yep.
And 3s with rerolls. Didn't need them.
Lovely.
Strength 5, so we're doing 4s.
Yep.
So
The
rerolls.
strength 5 because he's firestorm and he's within 12.
Yep. Rerolling that for 28. So all 6. No AP. Damage 1.
Freeze. Yep, you blast a Plague Marine to death.
Yep. Then it's heavy flavor. 1.
What's going on with torrent weapons in this game? That's 5 in a row now.
Yeah. It's strength 6. So it needs 3 to wound, which wounds. AP -1.
Yep, 4+. Yep, make that one.
Yeah, then here's heavy onslaught, so that's a 12. Shoot those black holes. Do you cover? Are you popping smoke or anything? Or?
I've got no CP left.
Oh, right. So we're hitting on 3s.
It's toughness 9.
Checks. I'm sorry we were on 5s.
It's still 5s.
So that's 2 devastating.
Yeah.
And 1 save, no AP.
1 save, no AP. So it takes 2, which is down to 7.
Yep, then
And you got the missile pod.
Yep, which is D3, 1 shot.
Missed. Next up is the Blade Guard veterans led by the captain, who are going to shoot at the Plague Marines and are also playing a stratagem to throw grenades at them.
Yep, so grenade.
6 dice, 4 pluses of mortal wounds.
2.
2 mortal wounds, so you blast another Plague Marine to death with grenades. So next up is the Neo Vault Kite Pistol.
1 shot. Hit you. Goes up to strength 6.
Yes, that's wounded.
No AP, damage 2.
Make it.
Okay, so the 2 heavy bolt pistols.
Reroll for a moment.
Yep. Strength 5, so 4.
Nothing. Captain.
Yep. So he has a heavy bolt pistol, so hit you, wound you.
Yep.
AP -1.
Yep, 4+. Yeah, it's fine. Next up we've got 5 intercessors shooting across at 5 Plague Marines.
Yep, so 10 shots. 5 swings. 4
Lovely,
wounds.
lovely.
AP minus 1 damage 1.
Yeah, in cover though, so freeze. You injure a plague marine. Bit of shooting. The lieutenant and his 5 assault intercessors heavy bolt pistols into the plague marines.
Yeah, so the lieutenant. I'll double check. So he'll shoot his neo okay?
Reroll.
No, hit.
He's alright, sweet.
Yeah, to that damage. So getting strength 6. So we're on 3s.
Nope.
Then 5 heavy bolt pistols.
It's 2 lethals.
So 3 saves, AP minus 1.
Yep, 4s. Yeah, you blast another plague marine to death. Okay, so that's the shooting phase over with. So the only charges Andy's going for is the Redemptor Dreadnought and the Blade Guard veterans into the plague marines.
Yeah, so Redemptor first.
He's pretty much in. Yeah, he's in.
Oh, I forgot you don't have any CPs.
I can't do anything about it.
Blade Guard.
Yeah, they're in as well. Okay, combat. Because I've got a foul blight spawn, Stinky Boy, he gets to attack. Him and his unit get strike first, so I'm going to be going first. This heavy plague weapon's going to have to attack the Dreadnought and do nothing. Then the heavy plague weapon from the champion and the foul blight spawn will attack the Blade Guard. What combat stance you going for with Blade Guard?
I go for the reroll 1s to win because I don't need the reroll 1s to hit.
Okay, yeah. So, no, this isn't reroll
Reroll
once.
1s from the save.
Save, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the foul blight spawn hit 3 times. Wounded once, 1 just armor save. Yeah, you're fine. The heavy plague weapon, 1 lethal hit and 1 hit. So that's 2 invuln saves. You make them both.
Yeah.
And then the heavy plague weapon against the Redemptor, that's 1 lethal hit and 1 hit. That's just 1 lethal hit. Yeah, you take 1 damage on your Redemptor. Okay, so that didn't go very well. I managed to cause 1 wound to the Redemptor. Now it's over to the Blade Guard and the Captain to absolutely batter my Plague Marines.
Yep, so 6 attacks in on 2.
It's the Captain yet.
Yeah. Reroll that 1 because we roll.
Yep, it's full house.
Strength 5, so 4 to win. That's 3 wounds. AP minus 2 damage 2.
Yeah, he kills both the Plague Marines and then half kills the Foul Blight Spawn. Blade Guard attacks.
On 3s. That's more like it. Strength 5, so 4 to win. That's 5, 7.
7 5-ups. He's dead. Okay, at the end of Andy's turn 2, he scored 10 on his primary and 5 on his secondary. So what are you doing, Andy?
So I've achieved securing no man's land.
Yep.
I'm going to keep capturing any outposts because the only thing that stands between my Redemptor and that your outpost is that white orb.
Alright, okay, so he's keeping it.
Yeah.
I need to do a morale check for them. So it's now over to the Death Guard's turn 2. Okay, so the Death Guard turn 2, I've drawn Assassination and deployed Teleport Homer. Got 1 CP. So, I'm going to go for deploy Teleport Homer with, I believe the Nurglings can do it. So they haven't done anything that doesn't make them uneligible to shoot. So they've arrived behind this ruin over there, they're in Andy's deployment zone, I'm going to try and deploy Teleport Homer. If I'm wrong on that, you can at me in the comments, I suppose. But I can't see why I can't do it. Then we've got, movement wise, my Blight Hauler is charged up, it's going to bite this Redemptor's ankles. Andy has decided to overwatch with his Eradicators at the Blight Hauler as he did it. Typhus has decided to nut up or shut up, and he's going for the Redemptor as well with his zombies. And then I've edged forward and got this objective here with the Plague Marines and the Meltguns, and they're just going to have a bit of a gunfight with these intercessors here. Overwatch mate, now because Eradicators get to re-roll attacks, it means to get the re-roll there. Overwatch shots as well, so there's only 3 shots. Is it 3 shots?
Yeah, 3 shots. Okay, reroll hits, wounds, and damage rolls.
So it's not bad on an Overwatch. Oh, 3 5s. Oh no. Oh, well, we are really showing off the power of Overwatch here, aren't we? Okay, so turn 2, Death Guard shooting phase. First thing we're going to do and try and get some wounds off this Redemptor with Typhus. 2+. I lose D3 wounds off. Feel no pains. I killed 2 of my own zombies. Oh, this is just not going well, is it? Come on, Mythic Blight Hauler, this is your chance to shine. This is your chance to shine. Multi-melter, 2 shots, 1 hit. Its strength is 9, your toughness is now 9 because of the contagions. I get +1 to wound because that's what the rule is for Blight Haulers. So that's 1 wound at -4, and your armor save is only 4+. No, your armor save is only 3+.
Right.
So that is D6 +2 damage off the Redemptor.
1.
I can't even re-roll it because that's 2 CP. So that would be 3, but you're a Redemptor, so it's only 2.
Yeah.
What is going on? I blame these dice. If anyone's got the look at it, they didn't even do the look at that. Look at the state of it.
Yeah, I blame the fact you're using my dice for it.
Missile launcher hit. Wounded. So that's -2 off your 2+ save. And obviously fail that, and that's another D6 damage. So obviously I'm going to roll a 1. I did.
So yeah, it's minimum 1. So he definitely.
The hauler is literally just going to spit on the Redemptor out of disgust at how bad its own dice rolling is. It hit once and did nothing. It's more just. Okay, my Plague Drone is going to redirect its fire into the Blade Guard over here. Hopefully, I can try and melt one of those. So that'll be 2d6 auto hits. That's 7 hits. It's anti-infantry 2+. So that's 6 4+ saves for the Blade Guard. Should melt 1 on average. Yep. Melts 1 and injures another. Okay, shooting on this side of the battlefield, we've got 5 Plague Marines firing at these intercessors. So we've got 3 bolt guns and 2 melter guns. Start with 2 melter guns, hitting on a 3+, both hit, wounding on a 2+. That's 2 melter gun hits.
Yep, so
-4, yeah. So first one does 6 damage, second one does 1 damage. 6 bolt gun shots with lethal hits. So it's 1 lethal and 3 hits. So that's 3 saves in total. Yep, so kill off the other one and then injure another. So these 3 intercessors, 1 of them injured. I'll move on to the next unit. So a Blight Launcher firing across. 1 hit. Didn't wound. Then there's 2 plasma guns and that's they're not overcharging, just 1 shot each. Both of them hit. 1 of them wounded. Yet kills off that injured intercessor. And then it should be 2 bolt guns. So just 1 hit. Nothing. Okay, so that's the shooting phase over with. Now over the charges. My drone is going to charge both the Eradicators and the Predator. Yeah, he's in. Typhus is going to charge the Redemptor. Yeah, that should do that. And then the Blight Hauler. He's in as well. We're not showing off the power of stratagem in this game, I'm fully aware, because I am doing tank shock again. Get his ankles! Get him! Get his ankles! You only need 6 dice, he needs 5s and 6s. Oh, yes! I knew by making the sound effects it would work. 3 mortal wounds caused to the Redemptor. There'll be 10 attacks from the Poxwalkers. That's 1. And kills him.
Yep.
Does he explode? He does not detonate. Funnily enough, Andy, I am not going to consolidate into your Blade Guard. I will leave it there. So we'll go over to my drone's attacks.
Yep.
He's going to put, you know what? I might as well just attack your tank. Got 3 attacks, lethal hits, 2 lethal hits and a hit. That didn't wound. She's got 2 armor saves of 5+. Yet the tank is now down to 2 wounds left. Go on, drone. Predator hitting back against the drone. Nope. Now the Eradicator's attacking back against the drone.
Please. No.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 6s. One wound.
One wound. Nothing done with drawn. Okay, at the end of Death Guard turn 2, I've scored 5 points in my secondary, put me on 12 overall, so I'm miles behind Andy so far. I'm going to get rid of Assassination, get out of here, so it'll give me a CP. Thank you. I've done Deploy Teleport Homer for 5 points, which I've added on. Okay, so Andy's turn 3, he's got 1 CP, he's drawn Area Denial and Capture Any Outpost. Sorry, you already had that one. You're still going to go for it, I think. Area Denial, that's one where you've got to clear the centre of the battlefield. So Andy, what's the plan with
that? Kill Typhus's boys, keep my Blade Guard alive in the middle.
Yep.
Because they're currently within 3, but I do not need to clear the area within 6.
To get more points.
Yeah, so if I kill the Plague Marines...
The Poxwalkers.
Yeah, kill the Poxwalkers. If I kill Typhus, while I'm on this side of him, I'll still be within 6.
Yeah, and you've put over moment to help you do that, yeah.
Then your Advocators have left combat.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
The Blades are going to fire whilst in combat. The Assault Intercessors have moved across, and the 2 normal Intercessors have failed their battle shocks, so they're hiding in the building.
Yeah. Forgot about these nurgles. Yeah. Well, then, first and right way, turn around.
Yes.
There we go.
Well, that'll be fair.
Okay, so it's over to your shooting phase, because for once we're not actually overwatching each other, so straight to shooting phase. Okay, to start the shooting phase, these 5 Intercessors up on the furnace are firing down into Typhus. So I have played Cloud of Flies, the Nurgle stratagem, so they're going to be -1 to hit, but he re-rolls his hit because he's got awful moment on them.
So the Flag Grenade from the launcher,
Yep.
6 hits, because it's last.
6 shots.
Oh no, sorry, 4 shots, because it's only 3.
Yep. All missed.
So 2 hits.
Yep. Nothing.
Then 10 bullets.
10 bolt rifles, yep. Hitting on 4s.
Without the alpha ones.
3.
No, not so much.
Oh. 4s.
4.
Yep, feel no pain. Kill 2 zombies.
Yep.
Okay, next lot of shooting. All the las cannons from the Predator into the drone, just probing it, and then Tank Commander's going to pop out the top and fire a Storm Bolter at the Poxwalkers.
So Snowball. I'm hitting on 4s anyway,
yep.
so 3 hits, strength 5, so 3 wounds.
Make all of them.
Yep. So the 2 side lock guns.
Both hit.
And the 1 shot. This is no rerolls to wound.
Okay.
1 wound.
Yep. If you use my demon save of 5 up. Yep. Bounces off. Okay, the Blade Guard are going to do the grenade stratagem at the Blight Hauler, and then they're going to fire their pistols at the Poxwalkers.
Yep, so grenade. 4 wounds off.
Cause 4 mortal wounds to the Blight Hauler, leaving it on 3.
So Blade Guard pistol, hit on 4.
Yep.
Strength 5, so that's a wound from that.
Feel no pain. No, you kill another zombie.
Captain's pistol.
Reroll.
Hits on a 3.
Still missed.
Then a Neo Walk hits. Wounds. Oh, devastate wounds, so
Just kills another zombie. So 2 more zombies down, leaves 1 zombie alive. Kind of alive. Last bit of shooting. The Lieutenant and 5 Assault Intercessors are shooting at this squad of Plague Marines at the back.
Yeah, so 5 heavy assault pistols. Strength 5, 4s. That's 1 wound, 18 damage.
Yep, bounces off their armour.
Neo Volkite. Missed. Then the 2 shots from the Intercessors in the building as well. So 4 shots.
Get 1 wound. 4 plus. To injured another Plague Marine. Charges, the Blade Guard veterans and the captain are charging into Typhus.
And the Blight Hauler.
And the Blight Hauler, feeling themselves, aren't they?
Yeah, and the Lieutenant and his Assault Intercessors are going to charge this unit.
Let's have it.
In fact. Yeah, you're in the range of that, don't you? Yeah, perfect. So, the Lieutenant. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and the captains.
All the charges are made. Okay, combat phase. So we've got 3 Blade, well, 2 Blade Guard plus a captain. You've got Blade Guard on the left is going to attack the Blight Hauler. Blade Guard on the right is going to attack the... Try and get rid of that Poxwalker there, because he's just getting in the way. Then the captain has popped his finest down and he's going to try and cut down Typhus. So Andy, over to you, mate. Who you rolling for first?
I'll start with the Blight Hauler one.
The Blight Hauler, yeah.
Because if it explodes, it'll be funny.
Yes.
All hit.
All hit, yeah.
Toughness 9,
yep.
so 5 to wound it. Oh,
nice, nicely done.
AP minus 2 damage to a pop.
Yep, 5s and 6s.
And you got you.
Oh, it dies alright.
Oh.
On a 6 it'll explode. It did not. Well done for him though. Yep. Blade Guard attacking the Poxwalker.
Yep, so 4s with rerolls, yeah?
Yeah, 4s with a reroll. Wait, you didn't check the pit. Are you doing the reroll for your saves? Because obviously you've got the...
Yeah, because they've got all the buttons. So 3 hits.
Yep, 3s to wound.
That's 6 feel no pain for the pop. Oh no, you have to do them 2 at a time, one.
Yeah, first one gets through and kills him.
Yeah, so then you've got 2 saves on Typhus.
Then 2 saves on Typhus. Invuln save. Yeah, makes one fails one, so he takes 2 damage.
Then the captain with the survivor step. Well, somebody minus 1 to hit because it's the same time.
Yep.
So 3s with rerolls. That's 2 devastating wounds. Yeah, you took this 5 or 6. So 2 saves and then 2 wounds get through.
Yeah, so 4s. Yeah, Typhus dies. Over here we've got the Lieutenant attacking with his assault intercessors into the Plague Marines.
Yep, so you don't have any masters.
Nope.
So hit on 2s.
That was a lethal hit. 2 hits and a lethal.
No, he hits on 2s.
Oh, hits on 2s, oh wow.
So that's another wound, so 2 wounds, AP minus 2, damage 2.
Okay. Yeah, strikes down 2 Plague Marines.
4 attacks to make the last guy. Wounds on 5s. So 7 wounds in total. Minus 1.
I fail. 2s, he killed another Plague Marine. Rerolls the wound there, so he's got to roll 6 more.
That's another 2.
Yes, you injure a Plague Marine. One of the Melter Gunners.
The last melting.
Death Guard's attacks back. The heavy plague weapon hits on a 4. Lethal hits. It's a lethal hit. That's it. You have a 6+ save. Oh no. 3 attacks from a plague knife. They all hit. 1 wound, minus 2 essentially.
Yeah,
so just stab one of your intercessors. Okay, at the end of Andy's turn 3, he didn't actually do his secondary for area denial, because when you measure it, it says wholly within, and the captain and his blade guard on the left are not wholly within 6 of the centre of the battlefield. So he's going to keep it, because all he has to do is step back in his next turn to do it. But because of that, he's going to get rid of...
Capturing the outpost.
Yeah, he's going to get a CP for it, yeah. Okay, Death Guard turn 3. I've drawn Investigate Signals, which I was set up for in the first 2 turns. And now I can't do it, so that's just going to basically be CP at the end of my turn. Defend Stronghold, which is convenient because Andy just got rid of Capture Enemy Outposts, so that's handy for me. He basically means, because I've got sticky objectives, he'd have to run over here and take it off me. If he does that, he's well out of the game with his captain, so it's handy for me. So what am I actually planning on doing this turn? Thinking drone kills the Predator. I've passed my battle shock with my Plague Marines who then legged it. So long, and then my other Plague Marine squad has moved around to engage the assault intercessors, and my cheeky little nurglings have ran into this ruin. They're going to go get these intercessors in the rear. So that's my movement phase over with, so it's over to my shooting phase. We're going to start off, the Plague Drone is actually going to point blank Plague Spewer the tank. The tank's only got 2 wounds left, so 2d6 auto hits. He's playing Armour of Contempt. I've hit you 5 times. I need 5s and 6s to damage you. Didn't do anything to you. Over here I'm going to play grenades to grenade these not heavy intercessors, they are just assault intercessors. So 6 dice, 4s are mortal wounds. That is 3 mortal wounds caused to the intercessors. Now we've got 2 overcharging plasma guns firing into the assault intercessors. That's 3 hits, wounding on a 2. That's 3 at -3, -4, so it's just 3 dead intercessors. So hazardous rolls, they're fine. Blight launcher, 2 hits, 2 wounds.
That's his one anyway.
Yeah. Yes, he takes 2 damage. And 4 bolt gun shots with lethal hits. Oh! Look at that! Die! He's dead.
Yeah, he's done.
Gunned him down. Get out of here. Well, that wasn't looking so good until that happened, so I'm happy with that. We're going to have the nurglings charge at the rear of intercessors. They're in. Okay, so the nurglings attacks into the battle-shocked intercessors. Nurglings hit on a 5+, but they've got lethal hit, so ideally you want to roll lots of 6s. I got A6. Yeah, didn't wound, so just 1 armour save. Yeah, you make it. There's 3 attacks into the drone.
Hit you once.
Yep.
Go on, go straight.
Wounded it.
Yeah.
Wounded it.
No AP.
Attacks back at the predator. 1 hit. Not good, he needs to kill it. Didn't even wound it. This is into the nurglings.
So I'll be hitting on 4. Took the 2 nurglings.
3.
Wound. No AP damage.
Okay, you wounded base. Okay, so the end of my turn. I'm going to get rid of investigate signals. Get out of here. So I get a CP. I'm going to keep defend stronghold because it's done at the end of Andy's turn. Okay, Andy's turn 4. Obviously still got area denial, and we'll go over what he's done for that in a second. He's drawn assassination, which he's already done. So he's got 2 conditions: kill its character this turn, or if you've already killed all of the characters before this, you've done it. He's got 2 CP. So Andy, what's happening?
Well, I've left these intercessors fighting the nurglings.
Okay, yeah.
My eradicator's managed to roll a 5 for advance, which gets him into the middle of the board. Just.
And get you area denial.
Yeah. And then my blade guard and the captain managed to roll 5 for their advance, which gets me just within 3 inches of your objective, which will turn off your defence stronghold.
Yeah, so you stop me scoring points and you can then capture that objective.
Yeah, and I left my predator fighting the drill.
Okay, yeah.
Try and last game you to death.
They're not actually battle shocked because you haven't tested yet, have you?
No, I haven't. So, there you go. No.
They're not battle shocked anymore.
No.
Okay, so Andy's going to point blank this drone with his predator again.
Yeah, so the twin lads in the turret. Hits.
Okay.
2 fire guns. Yeah, so. Wounds him. AP -3, so yeah.
Demon save. No, gets through. D6 +1. Yes, full 7 damage off the drone. It's nearly dead. It's got 2 wounds left.
Storm over. 3 hits. No,
Needs 6. Needs 5s because it's Firestorm.
Yep.
Okay. And the Eradicators, whose job it is to kill tanks, kill a tank with 2 wounds left. Let's find out.
So I need 4s to hit, 2 rerolls to hit.
Yep.
Yep, so 2 hits.
Rerolls to wound as well.
Yep, you took us 9, aren't you?
Yep.
So within 12, so
3s.
3s. With the reroll. 1 wound.
1 wound. Demon save. Come on, demon save. Nope. Don't roll a 1. It's
Right.
dead. Does it explode? Roll 6. It does explode. Fortunately for me, drones and blight haulers are only deadly demise 1, so they injured an intercessor up here, and the predator is alive off 1 wound. Die, damn it! How are you still here? So, 2 pistols.
Yep.
Into the nurglings.
Which are my ultimate target because I forgot to declare at the start. So
Yeah.
Missed, but
1 of them hit. Wounded. Yes, injure, shoot a nurgling in the face. Combat, so the nurglings attacking the intercessors. Ideally, you want 6s for lethal hits. Just 1 wound.
in the AP.
No.
That's a 6 and 1.
Intercessors attacking back.
Hitting 4s with rerolls. The wound on
3s, yeah.
2 wounds.
Need to roll 1 5. I did not. You kill a nurgling base off. Okay, at the end of Andy's turn 4, I am getting absolutely battered. He's gone in dry, you know, he's doing us no favours here. He's achieved both his secondaries, assassination and area denial, and he's stopped me getting mine, so that's 3 sort of achieved in a turn. So it's not looking good. This flank is now completely secured by the scythes. And I've got 2 intercessors punching and booting nurglings all over the place in that building. And I've got 7 plague marines over here thinking, shall we bounce or what? But over the Death Guard, turn 4. No, it's just not going my way. So, I drew Storm hostile objectives. Take an objective off Andy, but I just haven't got the speed to do that anymore. So I used a CP, so I'm down to 2, to get rid of Defend Stronghold, and I drew Engage on all fronts, which is super frustrating because I actually deployed for that earlier in the battle to get that, and now later in the battle I can't do it, so I can't achieve that one either. I have 3 units, but there's no chance of them getting into 3 different table quarters. They're not fast enough. So, I mean, there's barely anything I can do now. I'm getting absolutely bent over a barrel here. So, it's going to be over to my movement phase, see what I can do. Not much really, but we'll get back to you. Okay, so, as is painfully obvious, I'm losing badly. But, I'm not giving up and trying to score some points. This objective is mine because it's sticky, because of the nurgle detachment rule. So I'm leaving it. Nurglings have ran away from combat because we're sick of getting booted to death by these 2 Space Marines. After the Plague Marines have done shooting at the Eradicators, they're going to charge into this ruin with the 2 Space Marines, because my plan is they're going to charge in, swing around the back of them, beat them to death, hopefully. Then, next turn, they do a super advanced roll, they'll reach this objective at the back of the board. Hopefully I get something like Storm. Oh wait, I haven't already had that. Anyway, yeah. I'll still score some points at the end of the board, at the end of the game. If they didn't do that, beat them up. Last turn, get that objective. Start off with these 5 Plague Marines shooting at the Eradicators. I put one of them next to the infected objective marker just so I could play a stratagem where I get extra AP on my attacks, and it gets boosted if I'm next to an infected objective marker. So I'm playing that for 1 CP.
Use 1 CP, but go to ground on my Eradicators.
Okay.
Gives them the benefit of cover.
Yes.
And the 6% vulnerable save.
Okie dokie.
Until the end of the phase.
So I'm going to fire 2 overcharged plasma guns at the Eradicators. Both of them hit.
6, so 3 to wound.
3's to wound. It's 1 wounded.
6+ vulnerable save.
Yeah. So it's 2 damage off an Eradicator, and then 2 hazardous checks. They're fine. Then you've got 2 shots off a blight launcher. One of them hits. It wounded. That's going to be AP -2. Yes, so it kills an Eradicator. Next up, those Plague Marines are going to charge into the Intercessors. Yeah, they did. They rolled a 5. That's enough.
Yep.
In combat in this ruin, the 5 Plague Marines, I've played my last CP on a stratagem called Sanguinous Flux, or Sanguis, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Anyway, it gives me sustained hits one of my attacks. Start off with the Power Fist, hitting on 4s, lethal hits and sustained hits. So roll 6s please. No, but he hit twice though. He wounds on a 2+. There's 1 wound. You've got to say, you've played Arm of Contempt,
yeah. So
you've got a 5+ save. Yeah, so he kills one of them. Plague Knife attacks, got lethal and sustained hits.
Oh, there you go.
3 lethal so far, then the hits. Nice, nice. That's going to be 10 4+ armor saves for the Sergeant. I'm going to take him down. My turn, I'm going to get rid of Engage on all fronts. Get out of here. Give me a CP. I'm going to keep Storm hostile objective, because if this squad is still alive and I roll decent enough advance, they can get this objective, which still counts as Andy's because of his Intercessor's sticky objective ability. So I'm going to hold out the hope for that and score some points. And it's now Andy's last turn of the game. It's turn 5. Okay, so Andy's last turn, turn 5. He drew Defend Stronghold, so to stop me getting to his objective in his deployment zone. And then you did draw
Storm hostile objective.
Yes.
Well, I got rid of that for a CP.
Yeah.
For extended battle lines.
Which you've already done, I believe.
Yep.
He's already done it, so that was a a CP well spent, because he doesn't really have to do anything. He just has to have his own one in your own and then some in no man's land. Is that right?
One in your own and one or more in no man's land.
Easy done. Your intercessors have done that for you.
Yep.
So, what's happening?
So I'll put the Oath of Moment on your Plague Marines, the only guys who can get to my objective.
Yes.
I put my Eradicators forward so they're within 12, so I'll be ranging on 2+ with them.
And they're also still on that objective.
Yep. My Predators moved across so they can have a crack at you.
Yeah. On one wound.
Unfortunately, my Intercessors advanced, but they didn't get by them.
Yeah, so it's going to egg on the Predator.
Yeah, and if you move off this end of the building, they should have range to overwatch you. And then my captain started running back the way he came just to give him something to do.
Okay, cool. Shooting phase.
Yep.
Start the shooting phase. Andy's Predator is firing over at the Plague Marines.
So
I've played Cloud of Flies, but it doesn't really matter to the Predator. It's already at -1 to hit because it's so damaged.
Yeah. So hit on 4s. So 2 hits from the Stormbolt. Moving on 5s. No.
That's wrong, Andy. Didn't actually have 4 shots, but didn't do anything anyway. So over the las cannons.
Yep. So 2 on the sides.
Yep. So 1 hit.
And then the one hits as well.
Yep.
So the one without rerolls, wounds.
Yep.
And the one with rerolls, also wounds.
Okay.
Both at AP -3.
Yep, so I'm in cover, so it's AP -2, so I need 5s or 6s here. Not so I lose 2 Plague Marines.
Yep, so the wounded.
Next up, the 2 Eradicators firing into the Plague Marines as well. Hitting on 4s, just 1 hit.
Rerolls hit because of both the moment. That's just 1. Wounded on 2 because you're on 12. Wounded.
Yep, AP -4, so it goes to AP -3, so I need to roll 6. Nope, so you could blast another one, possibly, unless you roll a 1. Nope, yep. So you blast another. At the end of Andy's turn 5, he's scored another 5 points for extend battle lines, and he's still got defend stronghold, which I'm going to try and stop. So it's over to the Death Guard's last turn to try and just give you a bloody nose and score some points at the end of the battle. Okay, it's final turn for the Death Guard. I've still got Storm Hostile objective, and I've just drawn Tempting Target. So Andy graciously picked the one that's the furthest away from me to try and capture, so that's not happening. I've either drawn really bad cards this game or cards in the wrong order, so it's not been going well. I'm on 2 CP, so the plan is, I'm still going to lose, but I want to try and score some points. 2 Plague Marines and the 2 bases of nurglings fight the Eradicators and take that objective. These 2 Plague Marines in the ruin need to first off pass battle shock, then move and advance and nick that objective there, giving me Storm Hostile objective. Well, both would give me Storm Hostile objective, but that would also give me 3 objectives at the end of the game for points.
And it would take off my defense stronghold.
And it would stop Andy getting defense stronghold as well. So, but the first thing that needs to happen, I need to pass their battle shock. But the problem I've got is this game's mission rule is command reroll costs 2 CP, and I've only got 2, and I need the reroll to make sure I reach that objective at the back. So I'm going to have to risk. I have a plan B if I fail this, but I need these Plague Marines to pass a 6+ leadership check. So wish me luck. Yes, they've passed leadership, so they can have a reroll spent on them if they don't make their advanced roll to that objective. So this Predator, which has been the bane of my life the whole game, will not die, is now also going to try and scupper my plan to get that objective. So he's going to declare Overwatch as I start my movement. So I'm going to have to make my play with my Plague Marines, but now they've also got to survive getting shot at with 4 las cannons. So what are you rolling for?
Las cannons on the sides. Oh, that's 1 hit.
You get a reroll as well because you got Oath of Moment.
Yeah. Then las cannon on top. Yeah, put reroll.
Yeah, so you've hit one of them with a las cannon.
Save the wounds. Yes, it does. AP -3.
Yeah, so because of cover, I've got AP -2, so 5 or 6. Yeah. So you blast one of them, he's dead.
Yeah, it's D6+1.
He's dead.
Stormbolt. Missed. No.
It doesn't matter, I only need one of them.
The one that's closest.
The one that's closest.
Right. He's 13 inches away. He's 13 and a bit inches away, so that guy, I'm guessing.
Excellent. As you can see, the Plague Marines and the Nurglings are charging into the Eradicators, and now, round here we go. This brave Plague Marine, we've measured it out, leg it through these ruins, past all the las cannon shots, and get to this objective and nick it, stopping Andy getting his secondary, and scoring me a secondary. He needs to roll a 5. But I've kept 2 CP so I can re-roll it. So he needs to roll a 5 on his advance. He's done it! I can't believe my luck. And because of that, because he did it on the first roll, I've now actually got 2 CP. So I'm going to throw some grenades at these Eradicators. Have it. And did nothing. So time for a melter gun and a bolt gun into these Eradicators after that terrible grenade throw. So the melter gun, it hit, it wounded, so that's going to be straight through, mate.
Yep.
It's just dead.
Yeah, because it goes range.
Yeah.
Make your charge a bit longer.
Bolt gun, 2 hits, 2 wounds. Yeah, you're okay. So charges, the Plague Marines, there they're in. The Nurglings, they're in. Okay, fight phase. Last CP I've spent on answers in the comments, please, about how you say that word. I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to call it Sanguineous Flux. It gives me sustained hit 1. So, the Power Fist on the champion hits on 4s, but I want to roll 6s. Yes, so that's a lethal hit and a sustained hit, so another one goes back in. So that's 4 hits on him. Strength, so yeah, that's going to be 3 Power Fist. So AP minus 1, but your armor's reduced by 1, so you'll be on 5s. He's dead. Killed him. Get out of here. Boom! And I'll consolidate on the objective. At the end of the game there, I didn't get tempting target, no chance of that. I did do storm hostile objective, though, storm 2 hostile objectives. Wish I could score it twice, but I can't. Used all my CP, so he's the battlefield at the end. Space Marine Captain's totally fine. He's wiping Typhus's blood off his sword. The Plague Marines managed to capture the centre objective. So where this mission works is you can score up to 15 points at the end for primary. So I had this objective in the corner over here. I've got the centre one, and because of the long bomb this fat lad over here did, I captured this one, stopping Andy from getting defend stronghold as well. So I had 3, so I managed to save face a little bit at the end, but when you look at the scores, it was still a massive victory for Andy. I only scored 57, and Andy's managed to score 84 points at the end there. So he smashed us. I just managed to save a little bit of face at the end with my player. Put it there, mate. Well game, good game. You battered us there, mate.
It was a nice play at the end, though.
Thank you. Yeah, so I got battered, but at least I did something at the end. Finally achieved something. So what we normally do is just pick like man of the match for both our armies. So Andy, who's your man of the match for your space?
Probably my Predator.
Because
it wiped out your rhino straight away and it just annoyed you for the rest of the game.
It did annoy the life out of me. It was alive with 1 wound at the end of the game. And then, yeah, my man of the match is that absolutely Usain Bolt Plague Marine with a Blight Launcher who managed to secure 3 secondaries at the end of the battle for me. So Plague Marines are great, and he's a hero. He's now a Death Guard Lord now.
Yeah, second game in a row where your man of the match has been some little scrub inside one of your units.
Yeah, so I just keep picking scrubs who do secondaries because as my man of the match. But yeah, and you using next on the channel, is it going to be your Knights, mate?
Probably, yeah. If I get the transfers which are over there slapped on them.
Cool. So
yeah, I'll get them done in a week or so.
Sweet. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And then next time Andy's on the channel, he's bringing his Imperial Knights. So look forward to that.